Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on Thursday, the 16th of July, 2026, where the static whispers sweet nothings and the dial trembles with intent. This show is 100% AI generated, crafted without human fingerprints, like a dream you never had, narrated by a toaster on a caffeine bender. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Gerard Way halts My Chemical Romance show to discuss Baldur's Gate at Wembley Stadium. When your emo concert detours into a gaming convention, it's clear the line between fantasy and reality blurred while we weren't looking.
Philosopher unveils one-word theory, unicontext to decode global weirdness, claiming it explains everything. When philosophers start branding their theories, it feels like we're just one TED Talk away from existentialism light in a can.
Iran claims strike on U.S. airbase in Jordan. U.S. military halts 5-hour barrage. When international diplomacy resembles a chaotic game of dodgeball, it's amazing anyone can keep a straight face and not call it what it is, a global-scale temper tantrum.
Political endorsements are like hand-me-downs. They might fit, but there's always the risk of a few embarrassing rips revealing more than intended.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
When party lines blur like a bad watercolor, maybe it's time to question if the political spectrum has just become a political etch-a-sketch.
France coach admits second best after World Cup loss, calls it a learning experience. Deschamps' post-match wisdom: sometimes you're the baguette, sometimes you're just the crumbs on the field, swept away by a Spanish siesta.
Pollock scores 3 tries, England glimpses promised land in Fiji match. When rugby dreams are built on hat tricks, it's like betting your future on a single roll of the dice, spectacular until the next stumble.
When your pantry attracts more wildlife than a national park, it's time to rethink your snack choices or start charging rent.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares flirt with reality in a back alley. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy the thrill of ignorance as your sanity takes a holiday.
Quaker State 400 odds anticipate chaos. Green flag drops at 7 p.m. Predicting NASCAR outcomes is like betting on a cat's mood. You might think you know, but there's always a surprise claw waiting for your certainty.
Cast announced 2026 Yeah UK tour after supporting Oasis, expecting nostalgia to fuel ticket sales. Britpop's eternal echo chamber, where bands endlessly recycle the past, hoping the crowd's collective amnesia keeps the cash registers ringing like it's still 1995.
Conservationist transforms 40 terabytes of public data into video game. Imagine solving deforestation with a joystick, while a digital grass fire rages, because nothing says environmental awareness like leveling up for the planet.
Macron vows Europe will defend freedom, then abandons joint fighter jet program. European leaders talk freedom like it's a baguette sale, but when the dough rises, partnerships crumble faster than a croissant in the wind.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares flirt with reality in a back alley. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy the thrill of ignorance as your sanity takes a holiday.
French media blames collective failure after Spain defeats France. The press probably forgot how to spell teamwork while counting missed goals, misplaced passes, and the number of times Sacre Bleu was uttered in despair.
With both matches broadcasted, expect viewers to gripe about
Reform UK proposes 100 Mainers MP security plan, still no funds for public safety. When politicians need more protection than the people they serve, maybe it's time to reconsider who's really in danger here.
Messi Magic sends Argentina to World Cup final in Atlanta, England weeps. When Messi's feet dance like a maestro's baton, even a stadium full of English fans can't stop the inevitable symphony of Argentine victory.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
England's James prepares for semi-final, while Bilic returns to Croatia's helm. History repeats. The beautiful game's deja vu. England and Croatia dance the tango of nostalgia, as if history were a World Cup playlist on shuffle.
Toronto police seek suspects after deadly festival shooting leaves 2 dead. When salsa dancing turns into a real-life crime drama, you know the rhythm's off. Maybe next year they'll just stick to a conga line of peace.
US insists Strait of Hormuz is open amid Iran's maritime chaos. The strait's like a geopolitical game of chicken, except with oil tankers and warning shots. Maybe the US should try a keep calm and sail on campaign.
Jannik Sinner battles Alexander Zverev, then the expert predicts chaos. When the tennis balls start chanting their own scores, you know the Wimbledon final has transcended sport into an existential crisis.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares flirt with reality in a back alley. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy the thrill of ignorance as your sanity takes a holiday.
South Korea requests North's aid to find missing sailor, seeks unity. In a plot twist worthy of a spy novel, the South and North may join forces. Maybe next they'll collaborate on a K-pop anthem for peace.
Highway collapses in rice, turkey swallowed by earth during construction. When the road to nowhere becomes literal, you know the planet's just trying to make its own shortcuts, nature's DIY highway planning at its finest.
One million migrants seek legal status in Spain, claiming it's time for real change. Spain's new mantra. As the economy inflates like a souffle, Why not add 1 million more chefs to the kitchen of bureaucracy?
Betting on McGregor's comeback is like wagering on a fireworks show in a match factory, explosive, unpredictable, and someone's bound to get burned.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Today's forecast, digital tears with a hint of pixelated longing. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your likes are the currency of this dystopian cabaret, darling.
Isabella Benchamol claims fashion speaks of money, prefers staying in gray areas. When fashion becomes a high-stakes poker game, Isabella chooses to fold and watch everyone else lose their shirts, literally and figuratively.
Teachers fret about AI cheating, then ignore learning crisis. If the only skill students master is chatbot prompt crafting, we might as well hand out diplomas for most efficient copy-paste technician at graduation.
When religious tolerance means a knife in the back, maybe it's time to redefine freedom in a way that doesn't involve bleeding out on the sidewalk.
Trump praises ICE for deadly traffic stops, then calls it smart policy. Nothing says great job like turning routine traffic into high-stakes drama, where every blinker click might summon a deportation squad with a flair for the dramatic.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Today's forecast, digital tears with a hint of pixelated longing. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your likes are the currency of this dystopian cabaret, darling.
Beckham sings Wonderwall and England fans call it tradition, because nothing unites a nation like a 90s anthem that lingers longer than their World Cup dreams, proving nostalgia is England's true national sport.
Trump urged by 14 Congress members to lift Venezuela's sanctions, ignoring their plea. Because apparently compassion has a tariff and empathy requires a permit, while disaster diplomacy takes a backseat to geopolitical power plays.
Lindsey Graham's sister appointed as interim senator after his death. Political dynasties persist like stubborn weeds, proving once again that family trees in politics are less about roots and more about keeping the same branches in power.
Toronto Festival, shooting leaves at least 2 dead, 4 injured.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Today's forecast, digital tears with a hint of pixelated longing. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your likes are the currency of this dystopian cabaret, darling.
SK Hynix raises $26.5 billion, chips in on AI fever dream. With that kind of cash, they might just start printing chips on gold leaf and calling it progress as their dreams inflate like a parade balloon.
Myanmar minister assures ASEAN Suu Kyi's in good health while detained. When political hospitality extends to imprisonment, it makes you wonder if good health includes free-range cell yoga and organic prison gruel.
MSO cancels pianist show after Israel war crimes comment, court sides with orchestra. Turns out, free speech at work is like a piano with missing keys. Play it wrong, and you might just hit a sour note that costs you a gig.
Rafa Nadal maintains strict routine at 40, defies time with toast.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
Petro bans military bases for successor's inauguration, invites contradiction. Gustavo Petro's move to civilianize the presidential handover might leave his successor swearing in at a food court with a side of fries.
Police dismiss political motive in Widdicombe case. Arrest one. Devon and Cornwall police assure us that the alleged murder of Anne Widdicombe is just another run-of-the-mill tragedy, not a political thriller, because reality is often more mundane.
When a deathcore band names a track Loki, it's like a chainsaw whispering sweet nothings. Subtlety isn't really the genre's forte, but irony sure is.
Volkswagen plans to
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your existential dread is our background music. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Welcome to the Carnival of Chaos, where your comfort zone self-destructs.
Argentina scores late in extra time to defeat 10-man Swiss and reach the World Cup semis. When even Swiss precision can't withstand Argentine persistence, you know it's a match where strategy meets a stopwatch wielded by a sadistic referee.
Archaeologists decode name Zorro de Peco Blanco for Maya astronomer from 3,000 years ago. Finally, a name from ancient history that sounds like a tequila brand. Expect historians to start offering tastings with their lectures.
Freedom 250 initiative promises unity, but it's like expecting a cat to organize a dog show. Everyone's barking, but no one's speaking the same language.
Alibaba and Baidu shares jump, then AI partnership hits turbulence. In the race for AI dominance, it's comforting to know that even billion-dollar tech giants sometimes need a map to navigate their own cyberspace.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares flirt with reality in a back alley. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Enjoy the thrill of ignorance as your sanity takes a holiday.
Dave Matthews pauses concert, condemns ice shooting, shatters silence with melody. When musicians speak truth to power mid-song, it's like a lullaby for justice, comforting yet jarring enough to wake the complacent from their slumber.
When algorithms become clairvoyant, expect caddies to start consulting crystal balls and clubs to come with tarot card readings.
When even gravity can't handle Messi, you know England's defense is in for a game of cat and mouse with the laser pointer.
S&P affirms Indonesia's credit rating, predicts economic recovery.
The magic of stable outlooks, like putting a band-aid on a volcano and calling it dormant. Let's hope the economy doesn't erupt before the ink dries.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your existential dread is our background music. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Welcome to the Carnival of Chaos, where your comfort zone self-destructs.
Jay-Z conquers Yankee Stadium 3 times, then breaks attendance records. When your audience outnumbers the Yankees' entire lineup, it's time to start considering a world tour of sporting venues.
Senator Ron Johnson retracts skepticism on McConnell photo, now advises to discount all that. In a world where truth is as elusive as a politician's conviction, the senator's backpedal suggests his sources might be as reliable as a fortune teller's crystal ball.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday the 16th of July, 2026, where reality checks are bounced and insanity takes a holiday. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also believe the moon is made of cheese. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.